Hey, sup, what's happening, dude?
Hello there, what's your name?
It's Bob. Yeah, Bob.
So, what makes you think you've got the Z factor?
Man, I think I got what it takes, you know what I'm saying? I've been singing since I was a tyke, and I sing all the time.
And what's the largest audience you've sung to?
My parents, my buddies, you know, you ask them, they tell you that Bob, he's got the Z factor, you know what I'm saying?
Alright then, let's hear you.
Alright.
Okay, I think I've heard enough there. Yeah, sorry, you don't have the Z factor, and you probably never will. I think you should look into a different line of work. Yeah, so thank you, and bye.
What kind of bullshit? Man, you know what? Screw you. Screw you and your stupid show. Don't need this crap, man. I got the C factor. This is some old bullshit.
You can be anyone or anything you want. I hope you enjoyed my little skit at the beginning. Just a little bit of fun, but
Z factor.
in all seriousness though, I thought it would give you guys a somewhat heavily exaggerated example of when you can be anyone or anything you want can go quite wrong. So what's wrong with this phrase then? What's wrong with giving people a positive message to push them to chase their dreams and their passions? Bowjinjin, shouldn't we be encouraging people in an age where all you seem to hear is what isn't possible? Well, amongst all of the cynicism and pessimism that we've grown accustomed to in this day and age, this particular message is a very widespread one, whether it be from feel-good media, your favourite celebrities, your parents, or your teachers. In actuality, I think it's a great message to be spreading. Whatever empowers people to grow and to develop themselves in life are more than A-OK in my book. And from a positive perspective, you could say that the opening example that I gave you, which is based on many true stories I'm sure, is not really a failure at all and is symbolic of the courage to go, to put yourself out there and to give something a try. Now, what isn't A-OK in my book is giving someone really empowering advice like this, but then giving them a completely overblown and highly unrealistic expectation of themselves, the true nature of the world, and what it will personally take to actually become who you want to become. And this is pretty much what happens to kids and young adults who grow up being told that they can do whatever and be whoever they want to be in life, regardless of what the world tells them, only to have their egos dashed to little bits by the boulders of reality. This is the kind of thing that develops personality disorders like pathological narcissism, where people start to develop strange and unhealthy megalomaniacal visions of the world, stop playing fair and become the little destructive black holes, sucking in everything and all that happens to be in their direct vicinity. They start relating to the world and other people with a mindset of baseless entitlement and distrust. Anything or anyone who gets in the way of them getting what they want is an unwanted obstacle and is put onto a mental blacklist. It's very much me versus the world. So who's directly to blame for this? Well, it might be tempting to just point the finger at the people who seemingly have the most direct responsibility over these young people, such as their parents, teachers, or even the media, whose content the impressionable young generation lap up like it's oxygen. But no, it's not really that simple in my mind. Regardless of the cause and effect of the actions that we take across the generations, the recurrent idea that bears the shame in my mind is a lack of experience and sincerity. Either people just never really had experience with chasing a dream of theirs, and in turn they don't really know what to teach their children when it came to be their turn, or a side effect of this, which is a lack of sincerity in actually telling other people this piece of advice of being or doing whatever you want to do. If you've never experienced what it's like to actually become who you want to become, then you're not really going to be taking that advice seriously when you give it to someone. you would hand out the advice like candy, and you would sugarcoat it to the max to elicit a happy response. If we were to think more darkly, perhaps content towards the idea could even make you want to see your child or someone else try and fail or give up in the process, so that you can then confirm your expectations based on your personal experience. Well, in any case, you can be whoever or whatever you want to be is only half of the story. To actually succeed in any meaningful way, you have to give something up. You have to exchange something. There is a lot of sacrifice, failure, and self-correction required to actually get to where you want to get. Nothing comes for free. To illustrate this, I'm going to give you guys a little account of me, myself, my personal journey, and what I've had to do in order to pursue my dreams. It's my 5th blog, so it's probably a good time to actually tell you guys a little about myself. To hear about my story, then give this link a click over here for part 2 of the video. I'll wait for you guys.
This is some old bullshit.